Hello, and welcome to our week ahead reading. Thank you for being here with me. My name is Shannon, and I am a shamanic practitioner and womb care practitioner, and I do these week ahead readings to tap into the energy of the week ahead. I don't really do a lot of astrology or anything. In fact, this week I'm not bringing anything astrological. I'm really tapping into the energy of the week ahead to give you a little energetic overview of the week ahead. And what I do is I generally pull a rune and some kind of card. I've been doing a lot of animal medicine cards the last few months, so that you have two kind of allies that you can work with. The understanding of the runes and what the runes may have to say to us, or what guidance they may give for the week ahead, and then the ally of the animal and the medicine of that animal to support you as you move through the week ahead. And so this reading is for the week of June 22nd, so our last full week of June, which is crazy to say, to think that we're already at our last full week of June. I am recording this on summer solstice, so happy summer solstice. I hope that you really beautifully enjoy the blessing of the sun today and this whole week. The sun is so powerful during the summer solstice. There's so many codes of light, so many codes of healing and regeneration and illumination that come from the sun during the solstice, during the longest day of the year. So make sure that you are getting some of that beautiful sunlight into your body, into your cells, into your eyes. I love to go sit outside in the morning, or stand outside in the morning in the morning sun, and close my eyes and just allow that morning sun to work with my eyes and to support my eyes. I found it such a nourishing practice. It's something I've been doing every morning for a couple of months, and I really, really, really love it. So little suggestion, food for thought, if you want to perhaps spend a little more time with the sun. Okay, let me get right into our reading. I don't have anything astrology-wise that I felt called to bring forward into this reading, so I am giving you the read of the week ahead with a rune and with an animal medicine card. I only have one rune today, and that rune is Othala. Othala has been so present for months. If this has come out over and over and over again, if you've been watching for a while, you probably recognize this rune. This is the rune of our family, our community, our ancestors, our tribe, your people, whether it is your biological ancestral lineage or the soul family that you choose, or a combination of both. This is a week where your tribe, your ancestors, your people, your soul family are so important. So this is a really good week to take the time to connect with your family, with your deep community connections. This is a time to nurture them. This is also a time to listen. Listen within, listen to your lineage, listen to your ancestors, listen to the ancestors, the ancestral energy and spirit and gifts of the earth. The earth is also our ancestor. The trees are our ancestors. All plants, all animals, all birds, they're all part of our ancestry, right? They all make up the energy that creates the cells, that creates the bodies that we're in. And so there's something that feels really, really potent. And the sun and the stars are ancestors for us as well, right? Nothing exists on this earth without the light and the warmth and the energy of the sun warming us, right? We couldn't survive without the sun. So it's also an ancestor for us. And so with that, this week, the energy feels strongly like there's something here about honoring all of the ancestors that have made you and that are guiding you at every step of your journey, on every step of your journey, every way, every step that you're moving, that you're walking, you're being guided. You are not walking anything alone. We're never actually alone. That's like the biggest fallacy of the human experience, the human mind, is we think that we're alone. You're never alone. That doesn't mean you can't be lonely. You might be lonely at times, but you're never alone. And you're never alone if you remember that you can always tap into these ancestors that are always waiting to hold you in their arms, always waiting to support you, always waiting to be with you. So that's number one energy of this week. Our other energy this week is snake. Snake is the energy of transmutation. The initiation of snake medicine is involves experiencing and living through multiple snake bites, which allows people who are initiated deeply with snake to transmute all poisons, be they mental, physical, spiritual, or emotional. The power of snake medicine is the power of creation, for it embodies sexuality, psychic energy, alchemy, reproduction, and ascension or immortality. The transmutation of the life, death, rebirth cycle is exemplified by the shedding of snake's skin. It is the energy of wholeness, cosmic consciousness, and the ability to experience anything willingly and without resistance. It is the knowledge that all things are equal in creation, and that those things which might be experienced as poison can be eaten, ingested, integrated, and transmuted if one has the proper state of mind. So snake medicine teaches you that you are a universal being. Everything is your ancestor, right? Through accepting all aspects of your life, you can bring about transmutation of fire medicine. Sun. The fire energy, when functioning on the material plane, creates passion, desire, procreation, and physical vitality. On the emotional plane, it becomes ambition, creation, resolution, and dreams. On the mental plane, it becomes intellect, power, charisma, and leadership. On the spiritual plane, it becomes wisdom, understanding, wholeness, and connection to the Great Spirit. So snake is about needing to transmute something within you, a thought, a desire, an action, so that wholeness may be achieved. This is heavy magic, but remember, magic is no more than a change in consciousness. Become the magician or the enchantress, transmute the energy, and accept the power of fire. So this is so beautiful for the summer solstice week. Transmute whatever within you needs to be transmuted. Like the sun is helping illuminate the ancestral energy that's all around us, that creates us and supports us, is holding us as we allow the sun to show us what is asking to be transmuted right now, so that we can transmute the thoughts, actions, desires, whatever it might be for each of us, into energy, into creation, into co-creation, into vitality, into magic, and really learn how to hold and understand and walk with the power of fire. So fire element is very, very, very on point here, very, very in the ethers for us. And of course, we're in a year of fire, right? Fire horse. So this is a week where there is this invitation to transmute, this invitation to not just sit with pain, right? You may have done a lot before of like sitting with the pain, feeling the pain. This is not, I don't want to say this is a week to sit with pain. This is a week to, if there's something within you that, you know, is wanting your attention, you're like, I keep feeling this thing come up, and I want to transmute, I want to be done with it. It's like, it's not just sit with the pain. It's like, allow that pain to transform, watch that pain. Let it shift into something different. Let it transmute into the power, the alchemy, the magic of the fire element, as opposed to being something like this thorn that you continue to hold in yourself, right? There's this energy this week of transmuting it so that you can actually get to what's beneath it, right? We could sit with the pain of something, whether it's a thought, a feeling, a desire, an action, whatever. We could sit with that forever and just always be sitting with the pain. Whereas what this energy this week is asking us to do is to finally shed it. But to shed it, you've got to feel it, right? You've got to not, like, that's not the same as sitting with it. It's a subtle distinction. It's like feeling it so that it's no longer, because you've let that pain complete. I had an experience recently where I was sitting with this energy that I've been working with in my heart space, and I let myself so deep into it and feel the emotional, energetic pain. I don't even know what it was, actually. I couldn't tell you what was exactly sitting here. It was just this, it was a fear. It was fear of some kind, but it wasn't mine. It was this deep ancestral energy. And once what I had to do with it, I was like, ooh, okay, I feel this. I've sat with it before. I don't want to keep sitting with it. I want to transmute it. How do I do that? So what I did was I let myself deepen into it, like free fall into it, and like feel every aspect of it until it's like it wrapped up, it spiraled. The pain spiraled into this point of completion, but then it was gone because it was transmuted, because I'd actually fully seen it, right? I'd actually fully seen this fear that was sitting in my chest, sitting in my heart space. And once I fully saw it to that point of completion, it left. That's what it means to transmute pain. Your process might look a little different than mine, although I will say I found in general that for most of us, one of the best ways to start figuring out what your process is to transmute pain, if you want to do it yourself, of course, if you ever want support, this is the work I do, so please feel free to reach out. But if you want to do it yourself, the best way to do it is to follow it. What a lot of us do is we feel pain, we feel the thing that wants to be transmuted, and we get scared and we pull back. I don't want to look at that. Or that's too much, I can't handle it. We do a lot of that, telling ourselves I can't handle it, it's too much. And that's what keeps us just sitting in it as opposed to feeling it and letting it transmute. And that's why it can be really, really helpful to have someone to hold your space for you, because then you know you're not alone, right? You're not alone in it. And that makes it so much easier to actually sit with what's there. But anyway, the point I'm making is that this week is about transmuting. No more just sitting in something. This week is, let's let it transform, because there is so much medicine and fire, alchemy, action, magic on the other end, the other side of letting that energy transform into something new, letting it transmute. And you don't have to do it alone. You don't have to do it alone. You can call on your ancestors and the support of your ancestors in the earth. And you also don't have to do it alone. You can call on your community, your support, your friends, if they have the space for this, your healers, your mentors, your elders, whoever it might be, asking them to sit with you and support you and witness you as well in this if you need. So there's a lot of support on offer. This week, we just have to be courageous enough to actually walk towards it and to meet it and to do it, not just walk towards it and meet it, but to do it. There's an element of just do it this week. This might not be true for everyone, but if you're here and you're still here watching this is probably true for you. So sit with that and see how that lands within you. That's our energy this week. We are integrating the summer solstice. We are integrating these codes of light. We are integrating the beautiful fire of the sun, right? The energy of the sun that is giving us so much nourishment at this time. And this is nourishment we've been needing. This is nourishment that's filling us up and helping us transmute whatever within us needs to transmute before we hit July, which energetically July is a big month. It is a big month. So we are being prepared, making space for July is in the Northern Hemisphere, it's usually one of the hottest months, if not the hottest month. It's sunny, it's bright, it's really, really deep in that fire energy. So we are being invited this week to make space for and make friends with that fire energy so that we're really prepared for the energy of July as we get there. So that's our energy this week. Yeah, that feels really complete. I feel like I could keep talking about this, but I'd be saying the same thing over and over. But it's just such strong energy. I feel so lit up by and so fueled by the fire of the energy of this week. So I hope you can feel that too as you listen, as you're here, and I hope that you can take this into your week and see what Snake has to teach you to help you transmute, see what your ancestors want to support you with. And remember that you're never alone and you always can call on support, whatever that may look like, right? I'd say the last thing is so often when we feel like we're all alone, we are not looking at the places where there's other support. We're wanting support from one or two specific places, and we can close ourselves off to the other places that are support, other places where we are being held because we're not getting it in the place that we want it. And that's valid. It's valid to want it someplace, but if, sometimes the place that we have the support is not where we want to have it, but we still can acknowledge and we can still be supported by realizing where we are being held, even if it's not the way that our human self wants to be held at that moment, because there's medicine in everything, right? Medicine in how we are being supported or held, even if it's not what we want. So last little tidbit there that Spirit wanted me to bring in. Okay. If you desire support this week, I will have my my offerings linked so that you can take a look at the ways that I have, I can support you if you are looking for support in transmuting things, and just finally clearing the things that are like, you're like, I don't want to just sit with this anymore. I want it transmuted, and I don't totally know how to do it, or I don't know that I can do it myself, which is very valid. We all need people to be with us as we transmute. You know, that is, that's part of being human. We have this whole thing in the world right now where it's like, I can do it myself, and it's like, actually, we can. That's not how we were made. We're not made to do things by ourselves. We're made to do things in community. So I'll have my info if you're looking for any kind of support. And I think I'll also open up some one-off little recorded intuitive readings this week if you would like that. So I'll have that link for that, and I'll have links for deeper work if you want more like one-on-one in real time support as well. Okay. Thank you, as always, for being here with me for these week ahead readings. Wishing you a beautiful week, and I'll see you next week.